on AFR Talk.
So stand in the rain, stand your ground, stand up when it's all crashing down, stand through the pain.
It's Kevin McCullough, AFA Today on AFR Talk, live from New York, the belly of the beast. We're in the shadow of the Freedom Tower, just north of the Trinity Church, literally overlooking the grave of Alexander Hamilton. And by the way, he hasn't moved. I'm just, I know some of you were curious about that. Kevin McCullough is my name. It's 888-589-8840, 888-589-8840. And we're talking about a number of things, but mostly just the absence of restraint in our culture. And now we can't even allow our own personal convictions to cause us to restrain ourselves. No, we must give in to every impulse and urge that comes along. Somebody just got on the Facebook page, and under the link where I have this video posted, she said, thank you for your continued efforts to expose Planned Parenthood. I pray one day we will stop funding them. Hey, here's an idea. Stop voting for politicians who do. That's the problem. You can pray all you want. Scripture says to obey is better than to sacrifice. Oh, Lord, please help us stop funding Planned Parenthood while I vote for Barack Obama. Please help us to stop funding Planned Parenthood. Yay, Hillary Clinton. Lord, please help the politicians to stop funding Planned Parenthood. Check, 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 check. Vote for the people that do it. Hey, why don't you put your words where your heart are? Why don't you put your actions where your words are? Why don't you think, believe, act, impact? Your thoughts will shape your beliefs. Your beliefs should shape your actions. Your actions should shape your impact. Think, believe, act, impact. If you think that supporting Planned Parenthood on the federal level with our federal dollars is a crime, that is killing children and now indoctrinating kids into the bondage industry, maybe we should stop voting for people that voted to fund them, and you can find that out. Go to afaaction.net, get a handy little voter's guide. It's really cool. And if you can't find it there, go on the Senate or our House record and see where they stood on the issue. And if you still can't find it, call the office. Ask the press secretary in the offices of 224-3121. Ask your congressional member or your senator if they would vote to stop funding Planned Parenthood. But stop allowing these people to do this stuff. They're abusing our kids. 888-589-8840. Your thoughts on this as we work through the calls here. 888-589-8840. Let's go first to Terry, calling from Louisiana. Hi, Terry. Welcome. You're on with Kevin McCullough.
Hey, Kevin. Thanks again for your show. I'm really a big fan of yours, and I agree with you all the time. Not that I have to be friends, but anyway.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. I want you to know, I don't want to persecute members of the homosexual lifestyle. And I'm sure, most of us have friends and relatives that are gay. But we've got to draw the line when they want to make it law. I want you to know I'm a veteran. I'm disgusted, for instance, that our military chaplains are forced to support this perversion and certainly ungodly behavior to risk losing their careers even to express their beliefs. That just disgusts me. And by the way, it is a perversion. We need to call it what it is. I didn't fight to allow immorality and corruption to creep into America and make it a law. And what's next? Well, we're going to have to bake cakes and take photos of pedophiles and their celebrations now? I'm really disappointed in Jan Brewer. She caved into the pressure of the secular world. I think you probably agree with me.
No, I do. In fact, that's how we started the show today. It was really, really sad. And then she gives lip service to this whole idea that, religious liberties are under attack, but we can't be too hard because we can't practice we must not practice discrimination. Non-discrimination is paramount. Actually, it's not true because we discriminate against people's sexual behavior all the time. We don't let people rape innocent people. That's sexual discrimination. Sorry, you may have been born a certain way. That is to be very sexually attracted to that person walking down the street, but they don't know you from Adam. They don't want you to be sexually active with them. They didn't ask you to be, and you should actually not be, because if you are, we'll send you to jail at that point. That's how that works. 888-589-8840. Let's talk to Let's go to Louisiana. Stay in Louisiana. Talk with Eric. Hi, Eric. Welcome. You're on with Kevin McCullough. So glad you're with us.
Hey, Kev, how you doing, man?
Doing well.
Oh, good. I'm very interested in what you're talking about today and what you were talking about yesterday. As a black man, I'm appalled that they would even try to compare themselves, the homosexual activity with the struggle of black people. And, the silence. I'm one of the few black people that live in the South that, that never voted for Obama because I knew his policies concerning these things before he was elected. And I would.
Did you know, Eric? I'm curious did you think that his policies were going to adversely impact the African American community to the degree that they have?
Oh yeah, I knew it. That's why I didn't vote for him. And I tried to put the word out, and everybody just wanted to vote for him simply because he was black. Well, first of all, he's not
pretty
black.
Dumb reason to vote for somebody.
Yeah, exactly. And like I say, I knew his policy on same-sex marriage. I knew his policies on abortion. And so because of that, I refused to vote for him. And I'm one of the few black people that, will, stand up. But this thing, first of all, with the abortion issue, I think that's one of the most selfish acts that you can have. If something happens, you wind up getting pregnant, out of convenience, you abort the child because it's inconvenience for you, it's inconvenience for your parents or somebody in the family. It inconveniences everyone, so kill the baby. Well, to me, it's the height of selfishness.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Now, as far as what you were talking about yesterday, for somebody buying the cake, or should I serve them? I have a right to serve who I want, and if I have a business, But as a black man, when I get up and I walk through a door, you see automatically that I'm black. I can't change that. I was born that way.
Right.
These people choose to be that way after they're born. Before I even got here, that was, established.
Well, and Eric, I don't mean to get too nitpicky here, but there was the last caller said something you just said. I want to make sure that I help both of you advance your cause a little bit better.
Sure.
You said they can't help being that way. The other guy before said we all know people who are, and then he said gay.
No, I didn't say they can't help being that way.
Right, but here's the thing: they're not being anything. Their state of being is as a human being.
Right.
They are not. They are no more forced to have sex with someone of their same gender than they're forced to have sex with someone of their opposite gender.
Exactly.
Every action that they take is a volitional decision to take that action. Mm-hmm. And so I think we've got to stop using the language where we say state of being or they are, or no, they are not anything except a human being. They are not, they may use their left hand and thus call themselves left-handed, but they're a human being that does things with the left hand. They're not necessarily required to be left-handed. They say, hey, it comes easier this way, I use it, but, I know a lot of people that have taught themselves how to use the other hand, and they actually end up doing pretty well. When I was a 10-year-old boy, I wanted to become a switch hitter in baseball because my favorite baseball player on the Texas Rangers, where I grew up, was Mickey Rivers. And he batted left-handed, and I was a right-handed batter, and I wanted to bat left-handed like Mickey Rivers did. So I wanted to learn how to become a switch hitter. So what did I do? I went and worked on it. It didn't come naturally. I worked and finally learned how to hit a basic pitch that came over the plate from the opposite side of the plate. And then eventually I learned how to hit a curveball and a slider and all the rest. How did I do that? It took a lot of work, but I chose to rework what I perceived to be was the natural way to do it in order to do it at a better level in a different way. We don't know. The science is not yet determined. For people that say they know about global warming, we all laugh at them because we giggle because nobody knows really what the cause of global warming is. And people that say, it's absolutely true, we know what it is, they don't know what they're talking about. There's even less evidence that homosexuality is a condition that is imparted at birth. There's even less evidence for that than there is for global warming. And I'm highly skeptical of global warming, other than I think that the world warms up and cools down. But I don't think man has much to do with it. Likewise, I think that when a child has certain desires, certain tendencies, I think parents can embrace those and push them towards that. I think people can take advantage of them and molest them and miswire the wiring and get them to think that something is normal when it is not. But I don't see, there hasn't been one scientific survey that has produced, the gene. This is the cause. This is the biological, genetic cause of where homosexual behavior comes from. There is no such gene. They have not found it. They've been looking for generations. Doesn't exist. So whatever causes the behavior, it's not the same thing as a black man being born with dark skin. It's just not the same on any level. 888-589-8840. I want to talk to Haywood because Haywood's been patient. Hi, Haywood. You're on with Calvin McCullough. So glad you're with us.
Kevin, first of all, I'd like to thank you for your encouragement and for your truthfulness.
Thank you.
And Planned Parenthood, $582 million. Give out that number to the White House again. Let's encourage everybody to burn the phone system up to defund Planned Parenthood. Let's ban it. They want to ban freedom of speech. Well, we don't want to ban anything, of course. But let's get rid of Planned Parenthood, and the way to do it is just like you said. Let's vote it out. In the upcoming elections, Christians should unite to get rid of this organization and those who promote it.
Well, and especially, I don't think we're going to have, thank you, Haywood, for your kind words. I don't think we're ever going to have the ability to tell private citizens, you can't participate in this, you can't believe this, you can't, any more than we want them telling us what to believe. But here's one thing I do know. We don't have to continue to allow our tax dollars to be spent for it. We tell our legislators what they can spend tax money for and what they can't. And when we just keep allowing them to do it without ever telling them that they can't, they're going to keep doing it. So here's a really radical idea. Let's tell them that you vote to defund Planned Parenthood or I vote to defund you. Sounds pretty simple to me. Just take you out of office. Just stop letting you be there. Doesn't seem complicated. 888-589-8840. Let's go to Alabama because Jimmy's hanging on there. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call, and appreciate your show and all that you're doing.
Thank you.
All right. Just one thing that you had listed in this show, just a week ago. Bottom line, these are all symptoms of a greater problem, but you already know it's a sin nature in people, and of course greed and all those other things play into it, that Christians need to take a close look at things that really hit their knees in prayer. We need, somebody said we got prayer taking on school, we need it back in the church. We need true prayer and working the Holy Spirit and to really about face it, just to live our lives as to glorify God and to exemplify Christ, that people who don't see the things that like what we see it, that they would come to knowledge just by the examples that we live out.
No argument there, Jimmy, none whatsoever. And thank you for the call. I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you took us there because I wanted to make sure that we reiterated this. Every Monday on this broadcast, we are engaged in a journey of prayer for the entire year. We are giving you a focus to implement into your prayer life. We're asking you to pray through that focus throughout the week as you spend time in prayer. And if you would like to see the past prayer focuses, if you would like to hear the original discussion with Jim Cymbala as to why this was started and how it came about, just go to the website, pray2014.com, pray2014.com. You can sign up right there to get the e-blast. It comes every Monday morning, and it's just a couple of paragraphs in your inbox about what we're going to pray for that week by way of a focus. And it's not a specific checklist of this or that. It is something that is designed to be an ingredient into your prayer life that week. And every prayer that you pray, we hope that you'll weave it in there during the week. Also, we're working on putting a section on that page where you can actually request prayer for different things. And what I'm asking people to do is when you go to the Pray 2014 website, go there, pray for a few people that have requests posted, and then whatever requests you need to post those. But let's start praying for one another. Prayer really is the answer. It really is the solution. It is, at the end of the day, the bottom line that's going to end up being the only thing that changes anything is that which God ordains and sanctions. And so what we want to do is we want to entreat him to exercise his mercy and will upon the American people, upon our nation. Make us a more righteous country. Make us someone that honors you more, Father. And on Monday, we will go through one more focus. But if you have not yet signed up for it, and there's no cost and nothing happens other than you get this reminder in your inbox on Mondays, pray2014.com, 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 and sign up for the e-blast, and then pray with us throughout the week, each week. And let's beg God to do something amazing in our lives, nations, families, and country this year. I'm Kevin McCullough. So glad that you're with us each weekday. Thank you for being here. If you want to stay in touch with me, kmcradio@gmail.com is my email address. The website is afatoday.com, afatoday.com, and you can also find me on Twitter and Facebook. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Hope you will have a good day. Brian Fisher's up next with Focal Point here on AFR Talk, the home of AFA Today. See you next time.